Did the hurricane leave you flooded with chaos, loss, and exhaustion? My family's life was turned upside down when Hurricane Helene visited Florida. Grief and exhaustion deplete me. My heart aches as I watch my son pull his life back together, his only possessions the clothes he had on his back that day. I watch my aging husband grow more frail every day as seawater escapes into the crevices of every corner of the house. The loss of property breaks our backs, but it's the traumatic stories of survival that break our hearts. Secondary trauma thrives as we absorb the stories of other people and we vicariously experience it ourselves. The impact, especially on children and elderly, leaves them scared and confused. Loss of jobs, loss of supplies, loss of skilled trade workers, loss of businesses, loss of beaches and pleasure, loss of historic landmarks and traditions. Loss, loss, loss. It's everywhere you look. In the midst of it all, gratitude and hope as I watch people bravely struggle with the enormity of it all. Inspiration, perspiration, and desperation, all jumbled together. How do I untangle them? How do I stay real with myself without betraying any single piece of my experience? The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. They are all here. I know better than to rise above it or to move on. Pretending away so-called ugly feelings only causes them to become stored in my body and the unconscious part of my mind, where I know they'll subtly and not so subtly come back to haunt me. People want me back to the 100% me that I used to be. But right now, I'm not 100%. And on some level, I realize that my job is to show up 100% to the 60% of myself that is here right now. My job is to be fully present to me. And the way to do that is to anchor my heart, get real with whatever I find here, and extend love, tenderness, and compassion to the 40% of me that remains scattered and disconnected. That doesn't mean that I'm broken. It doesn't mean that I'm not resilient. It means that I am both wounded and whole at the same time. Two tools are helping me get through this. A grounding tool called Anchor Your Heart allows me to stay fully present to myself and release my unfounded fear or stay grounded to face founded fears. The other tool is called self-compassioning. This tool helps me abide with the full spectrum of emotions that I have, to reckon with the part of myself that's navigating the distress. And then the result is that I can experience the bound up energy that is released as the scattered piece of myself is reowned and welcomed back home. These tools are freely available to you. If you or someone you know has suffered the effects of Hurricane Helene and is left scrambling to reassemble themselves, Opus Peace offers 2 short videos that help people reconnect with that brave inner space that is not afraid of emotional pain, that place where pain and peace sit side by side together without fear. You can utilize these videos to help people heal the relationship that they have with themselves after a natural disaster.